What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Confluence application. Okay, I will be using Docker Compose here. So let me show you first my YAML script. So this is my YAML script to install our Confluence application. So basically, we will be needing a PostgresQL server. That's why we have to download the image from Docker Hub. Then, of course, the data will be stored in this path. Okay. Then we'll be needing this environment variables to link the Confluence application to our PostgreDB. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the database name, username, and password. Okay, then for Confluence application, we need to download this image, okay, from Docker Hub. And okay, we use the same networks. The name actually is confluencenet. It should be matching with the network we use in our Postgres. Okay, so they can see each other. Then the volume for Confluence we store in this path. Okay, feel free to change this accordingly. Okay, so let me get started. Let's run this YAML file to install the Confluence application. SCD. Let's go to this folder. So this is the YAML file that we're going to run. Right? confluence-install.yml. So the command is docker compose file name, this one, confluence-install, then up, meaning after we install the Confluence application, it will start the application automatically. Okay, alright, so after we install the PostgreDB and the Confluence application, we will be needing to do some simple configuration. As you can see here, we use Confluence for as database name, and Confluence also for user and password. Okay, so in our connection string, we will be using this. So as you can see here, the database is Confluence also, username is Confluence, and password is Confluence. Okay, so let's wait a bit. Still downloading. I think the PostgreDB is already downloaded and installed. Now we are downloading the Confluence server. Okay, meanwhile, go back to our configuration. We also need a license key in our configuration. So to get this license key, you need to Google it, or just go directly to this website, developer.atlassian.com, platform marketplace, time bomb licenses for testing, das server, das apps. Okay, and we need to use this since we are just doing some testing or the demo. For demo purpose, we don't need we don't need a real license, right? Because this license is valid for 3 hours only, so I think it's more than enough for us since we are doing a simple testing only. Okay, so let's go back again to our installation. think it's still, oh, it's starting now. Let me check the status of our Docker image, whether it's running or not. Docker, yes. Oh, it's up and running already. So you can see here the Confluence server is running, up and running 1 minute ago, and also the Postgres. So now we should be able to access the Confluence application. Okay, so let me check first the port that we use. So here we use 8090, right? This is the external port, and this is the internal port. The internal port we cannot use, only the external port. Okay, so we will be using the external port to access the Confluence application. 8090. Okay, let me open a new browser. Whoa. Sorry about that. This is my previous open a new one. Okay, HTTP 8090. Okay, as mentioned earlier, we need to do some basic configuration here. So just click next. Then the license key, the one I told you, just copy from here. 3-hour expiration for all Atlassian host products. So just copy. Go back to the page, paste, click next. Then we need to set up our own database, which is PostgreSQL. Just click next. Click by connection string. Then, as I mentioned earlier, we will be using this connection string, Confluence and PostgreSQL. Okay, we copy Confluence. So there's a default. We just no need to change this Confluence. We only need to just change the local host because we are using Docker container, right? So it should be pointing to Postgres. Okay, then username is Confluence, password should be Confluence also. Let me test the connection. Okay, can connect. Let me click next button. So this will take around 5 minutes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So after we configure the Confluence, I'm also going to show you how to create a sequence diagram in Confluence. So basically, to do that, we need to install a plugin called plant-uml plugin. Okay, so basically we just need to go to marketplace in Confluence and find plant-uml plugin. Okay, I have some simple script here to create a sequence diagram. Maybe I'll show it to you while waiting to maximize the time. I think it's better go to a website tutorial. It's much easier. Just type plan. You can go to this one website, plant-uml.com. Then click use the sequence diagram. This is a good website reference. It's very easy to understand. So you just need to write this script to generate this diagram. So it's very easy, right? It has a marker, start and end marker. So at start UML and end marker. Okay, Then to point one object to another object, we use this dash greater than. This is equivalent of this arrow, right? Then okay, this is the left. This is the left object, which is Alice. You can see here, and the right object is Bob. Okay. Then the message. Alice is sending message to Bob. This is the message authentication request. Okay, so authentication request. So it's very straightforward, right? Let me go back to our configuration. Still configuring. So basically is only like that. Okay, so as you can see here, there are some different shape here. So if you want a rectangle box, the name of the object is participant. See, participant means this box, rectangle box. Then actor means this one, human, simple. Then boundary is like this, control is like this, entity, database, collection, queue. So in our example that I'm going to show you, I'll be using actor, participant, and database only. We don't need the others. Okay. Check again out. Okay, the configuration is done already. We click the empty site. Okay. Then manage users and group within Confluence. Okay. We put here anything. Any password will do. Alright, click next. Take some time. Set up. Okay, you can start now. All right, so let's put test space 1, 2, 3, 4, testing purpose only. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to install plant UML plugin. Okay, we can just skip this tutorial. The password you specified earlier. Okay. So this is the marketplace that I was telling you. You just need to look for your .uml. So this one. I think this is what we need. .uml for Confluence. Just install. Accept and install. So after installing the plugin, we can create a sequence diagram already. Okay. All right. installed and ready to go. Okay, this is the second part of my video. So after we installed the plant UML, we will create the sequence diagram. Okay, so we create page. So other macro, choose other macro, and we select the plant UML. Yeah, this one. Okay. Okay, just insert. So actually, I already prepared my script, .uml script. Let me copy and paste here. I will explain it to you. So first, you need to the starting and ending mark. Okay. Then the title, which is in my in this example I use MS Bonds. Then we define how many columns. So we have one column for actor, another column for participant, which is we have three participants actually: controller, service, and repository, and another column for database. So all in all, we have 5 columns. Okay. Then we have a condition here. If the the first condition is the validity of parameters. So if the first condition is meet, these are the flow. So we will have an auto number starting from 1.1.1. Okay. So first flow is client will send message to controller, and the message is this: HTTP request, then the endpoint. The second flow is from controller to service. The message is call this method. Okay. Then the third step is the service will send message to repository, and this is the message calling this method. Okay. Then the last flow is or step is from the repository will send message to database, and the message is this. Okay. These are all forward flow. Okay. Then here, going backward, okay, from database there is a response, so database will send message to repository, and the message is the source set. Same with repository send message to service, and the message is daily data entity. And also with service, sending message to controller, and controller eventually send a message to client, which is JSON data response. Okay, so this flow is applicable only for valid parameters. If there is if the parameters are invalid, then we have a different flow. So from 1.1.1, the next step will be a controller will send message to client, because it means there is bad request because the parameters are invalid. Okay. The other case is if there are other errors. For example, service or the business logic throws some error, so it will go to this block or else condition. Okay, so normally 1.1.1, this step will send a message from client to controller. Then 1.1.2 controller will send a message to service. Then 1.2.3, which is here, if there is error in service, service will send message to controller. The message is some error or exception. Then eventually controller will send message to client, which is this HTTP 500 or whatever HTTP error is that. Okay, so basically that's it. So that uh, let us publish this and see the diagram. Add page title before. Okay, let's put MS. All right, so this is our uh, sequence diagram. Okay, so I hope you learned something important today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you again. Bye bye. Happy learning.